From Holthouse, Carlin and Van Trite, Blake Christian, great to see you once again.
Great to be here. Nice seeing you, Mike.
What are the main indicators telling us about the US economy?
Yeah, so there's really 10 leading indicators, and actually most of them are pointing positive, somewhat surprisingly. But you have to remember it's the trend, and we're moving off of high unemployment, low production, and things because of COVID, and so they naturally would tend to be increasing. So gross domestic product is increasing, unemployment rate is decreasing, interest rates are stable, but so housing starts, those have gone down a little bit because of the high cost of raw materials. But for the most part, the U.S. economy is on an uptick, which is good. But the scary part is we see inflation increasing, and that's fairly worrisome for people.
Government spending seems unabated. What are the most recent measures of this?
Yeah, well, I mean, we just keep passing, bills in Congress to give out more money to people, and we gave out trillions of dollars during COVID. We're continuing to do the same, and then we've got these a second and third part of the infrastructure bill that have very, very little to do with anything tangible infrastructure. It's really just kind of more programs for what Congress thinks are the needy, but they just want to more reliant on government programs, it seems.
Just thinking, you're clever. You're a clever tax guy. You know how to minimize tax and do it properly. If you were, say, your client had left a particular region and they leaving $120 billion worth of infrastructure behind, how would you write that off?
Well, that's exactly what you do. Is you'd write it off as abandoned equipment, and I expect you're referring to what we've left behind in Afghanistan for our buddies over there.
Yes, going away present, for the Taliban, lovely fellows they are.
Yeah, I saw them. I saw them dressed in U.S. uniforms earlier today and dancing around our equipment. And I'm sure the Chinese are ready buyers on all of that, so that they can clone all of our equipment and find out all of our secrets. So it's just baffling.
If I was a Talibani and somebody said, "Oh, let's go for a bit of a fly in the helicopter and I'll fly it," would you accept it?
No, but I don't know how many of. I'm sure there's some Afghanis that do know how to fly them. Some of them we trained, and although I heard today that they were killing some of the female Afghani pilots that we trained.
Is inflation still going up, and what are the main factors here?
Yeah, I think they're cooking the books a little bit. I think there was a little bit of a downtick in July, but that may have been driven mainly by building supply costs kind of getting a little more normalized, mainly wood. But inflation's definitely a problem. The White House as well as the Feds have tried to downplay it a lot over the first 6 months, and says it's popped up, but it's all temporary. And there's a lot of economists that are saying it's temporary. I just all of my investment decisions are factoring in relatively high inflation compared to what we've had over the last 20 years.
President Biden is not doing very well. He seems confused, and his decision-making is poor, to say the least. At what point will politics impact on investor and business confidence, and what are you picking up at the moment?
I mean, a lot of, the uncertainty right now is, is he going to be able to get some of these other infrastructure bills through, which again are kind of more pork-filled situations. The first round of infrastructure legislation that went through a couple of weeks ago. Actually, I think it still has to be ratified by both houses, but that one, at least half of it is going towards real projects and needed projects. I'm all for tangible infrastructure projects where we need them. We have a very aging infrastructure in the U.S., but a lot of these other social programs that were layered in the first bill that he advanced, those are in the second and third bill, and if those go through, we're in really, really deep trouble, because there's going to be additional $2-3 trillion spent on programs that'll probably never go away, and that's going to really drive inflation up, I think.
Blake Christian, now if somebody wants to find out more about tax and other things, how do they do that?
So the firm website is hcvt.com, and if you want to find my articles and how to contact me directly, just Google Blake Christian CPA, and all of that will come up.
Thank you very much, Mr. Christian. Always a pleasure.
Thank you.